Alright, hey guys, my name is The Flying Rodent, and this is my Let's Play of Skyrim Special Edition on Legendary difficulty using the build that I wrote on Steam. For race, we decided on being a Nord Mage. We basically used a... Okay, they all seem very interested in me for no reason at all. Yeah, okay, anyway, this is my legendary difficulty playthrough, and this is video 3, and we're a Nord and we have Faendal. We just went to Whiterun, we got some spells. We are now going to head up to Bleak Falls Barrow and clear that out, now that we have some fancy spells. So what fancy spells, do you ask, did we decide to get? We got Bounce Forward to practice Conjuration with. You can spam this in combat if you cheap and power level it really quickly, but mainly we're going to be using Ray Zombie and Bleak Falls Barrow because it's slightly better in the early game anyway. Candlelight, because using Magicka to light areas is quite nice. It means you don't have to worry about torches. Conjure Flame Atronach, because Flame Atronach is a nice summon. It is the Apprentice-level summon in this game. We have dispensed from the Morrowind and Oblivion models of Conjuration, where you can have multiple different types of summon. Now there's just a summon per level. Except for... well, actually no, there's a few. But originally there was only one. Anyway, Conjure Flame Atronach is the main apprentice summon. Flames, which should really be this, is your main close combat weapon. You get this for free, you don't have to buy that. Fury is useful for making bandits fight each other, and actually I'm going to change my mind on what I did last time, and I'm going to do that. Healing is your method of healing yourself in combat, and you can use that to increase restoration as well. Healing Hands is for healing your follower, i.e. Faendal. You can use this to increase restoration quite quickly actually if your follower gets injured, and we'll probably be using both to try and get our way to apprentice restoration as soon as we can. You have a bow, because you're mainly an archer at this point, and if you're an archer then you don't get hit very much. Muffle is for power leveling illusion. We probably won't use that too much, but I might just cast it once to show you what it can do. Then Oak Flesh is for practicing alteration, which we also won't really worry about just yet. Potions are for healing. Ray Zombie is for conjuration experience. Soul Trap is to get some souls that we can hopefully convert into some enchanted weapons if we manage to find a particular type of weapon to disenchant, which we may well get lucky with because we're going to come up into a few different places before we head back to town, which might include some weapons to disenchant, and then Sparks is basically to kill Dunmer. Alright, that's it. Let's head up to Bleak Falls Barrow. And also, just to reiterate from last time, I'm playing on quite an old computer with the settings at minimum, so this is not a visually enhanced Let's Play by any stretch of the imagination. We're as bare bones as it gets. This computer would have been probably, not even top tier in 2011. It's pretty old. Alright, there should be a wolf around here from memory. Hi wolf. I need to get used to navigating the menus. We will get used to this in time. Anyway, what I might do is, let's heal ourselves, hey? There we go. Tab is not... F is switched to third person. For some reason it's taking us a long time to get used to that fact. Anyway, so this is the main way that you can increase restoration in the early game, is you literally just stand here and get chomped by wolves and the like. We have about 125 health at the moment because we got this nice blessing from Arche from last time. And we don't really have to worry about killing the wolf because we've got Faendal to do that for us. There we go, we just got 2 points in restoration and the wolf's dead. Easy. Next. What we might do as well is we might raise it, because then we can get conjuration experience from it as well. Now, the next set of enemies are going to be the bandits all the way up here, so we're going to have to sprint for a bit. So, we have some bandits standing around. Now, bandits standing around are prime targets for fury. So what does fury do? Fury makes bandits attack each other because it's a frenzy effect. There he is. There we go. And we get some illusion even from doing that. And also we get some conjuration skill as well, probably. Yeah, there we go. Boing. Okay. So now we want to kill the bandit and then raise it. So the best way to do that quickly would be to use flames, which is 4, I believe. Wow. Oh, I've just like somehow removed it from my quick bar. That was interesting. How did I do that? It was there before. So yeah, I guess forward announcement, guys. There you go. I somehow removed it from the quick bar even though I'm casting it. Forward announcement is you don't have to be a mechanically gifted player of this game in order to play it on legendary difficulty. You can just use efficient tactics to do things like raise bandits. Let's just raise him. There we go. Doing. There we go, so there's a bandit up there, so I'll get some conjuration experience for raising him. He'll run after him, and now I'll change to another bandit. And hopefully, actually, you know what, we can do this cool trick where you level up in the middle of a fight and get all your stats back. So let's do that now. We're going to level up Magicka. We don't know what to spend this perk on just yet. So what I might do actually is save it. I might save this perk. And just turn around and blast this bandit. That's probably a good idea. Deaded. And then watch the corpse roll down the hill. Ah, nope. Sweet. So the reason why I can't take this arrow is because it's one of Feindal's like infinite arrows, and that would kind of break the game if you could just like pick up infinite arrows off of your follower. So they just kind of stay. Yeah, he can stay a zombie for the moment. Is there anything interesting in here? There's a bit of money. And also, I guess once again, this is not meant to be some like absolutely optimal playthrough. There are plenty of super optimal playthroughs on the internet where people have studied the game inside out and figured out where to find X items and run there at the very start of the game. This is very much an organic type of Skyrim playthrough where you're just playing. I'm basically playing as if I'm a new player almost. I played the game a few times, so I know where some things are. But apart from the things that I explicitly studied to put into the guide, I'm pretty much not aware of where an awful lot of things are in this game. So we're kind of just cruising around and playing normally. You know, we're just going to race this like semi-naked lady to fight for us, or rather just to get us experience before falling over. So what we might do is we might use a summon next, actually. So our summon of choice, of course, is our Flame Atronach, which I hopefully... Yes, good. Alright, that quick key works. Because this bit is a bit tricky. So you can't really use... These bandits on this ruin can be a little bit dangerous, because you can't really use Fury to incite any of them to attack each other, because they're all kind of hidden and uphill, except for a few archers that sort of move around and then peek over the edge and take pot shots at you. And because it's legendary, like that guy, and because it's legendary difficulty, archers hurt a lot. Archers are probably your worst enemy on legendary difficulty, even more so than mages or dragons, because mages and dragons are predictable, and they don't instantly kill you in one go, whereas archers can. So what we're going to do, now that our Nord friend is like busy running off somewhere, we're instead going to summon a Flame Atronach about here, and then all the enemies are going to be like, what the hell's that? And then they're going to target the Flame Atronach, and then we're going to pick people off. So now the Flame Atronach is busy doing funny things somewhere else. There we go, he's already killed one person. Thanks, Flame Atronach. And now we're going to get rid of you and summon a bandit. Thanks. Cool. get some more conjuration experience from raising a bandit. He's going to run off and go and punch someone, or he's just going to... He's going to pick up a sword out of nowhere. Okay, that's nice. Let's kill this guy. I think we have enough magicka reserves now to actually one-on-one a bandit. Let's find out. It'd be nice if it didn't lag so much and he moved in a nice predictable pattern. Yeah, there we go, cool. I'm almost dead, but I managed to do it. Alright, heal. Oh good, combat's still going on. Might even have an... Nah, I won't. Let's just go and kill him. Cool. Thanks, bandit. So yeah, the bandit we raised killed all the other bandits along with Feindal, and we just had our little bandit duel over in the corner. And that's about it. Sweet. So that should be all the bandits at the front of this place. Oh yeah, because I've just like... Let's raise you, which means that our two-handed friend disappears into ash, so he'll be one of these ash piles. He's this one. Take all the stuff. And then we can... I won't do too much punching of bandits to raise conjuration experience because it is very contrived, but the guide shot did show one of the bandits from here, so I might as well replicate the guide shot for, you know, poetic reasons. So yeah, this is where in the guide I took the screenshot that I was punching the bandit. So let's punch the bandit. Bandit punched, conjuration raised, corpse raised at the end. Hooray, experience. Skyrim is a cool game. Alright, that's the last time we'll do that, I think. We won't be punching any more bandits. We'll just stick to raising corpses. It's more fun raising corpses anyway, because then you kind of like got to juggle, you know, enemy aggro with running around and raising corpses. There's a bit of a skill to it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, still don't know what I'm going to use this perk on yet. Yeah, we'll decide. But for the moment, what we'll do is we'll get some aggro going, and then we'll raise some corpses. So, time to raise some corpses. That's one. So it takes about 10 seconds for a corpse to be raised. Oh, maybe 6 seconds for a corpse to be raised. So I'm just going to get shot at. I'm going to raise a rat. Get some more experience. Just going to run around in circles. Rats seem to raise real... or skeevers, rather, seem to raise really quickly. Wow, okay. Just hit me then. Sure. Oh, there's our bandit friend. Or our other bandit friend. Just raise that skeever. He's dead. Where's the bandit we just killed? I don't know. Well, I don't know, but here's another skeever, and there's another level up. So yeah, conjuration is really silly in the early game, which is why this build decides to use it. FYI. You don't have to do very much to get conjuration to 37. You just have to raise some bodies, and you get lots of experience. So, yeah. Cool. And now we've got two perks that we don't really know what to spend on. So, kind of for the early game, all you needed was these four. Conjuration, Novice Apprentice, Destruction, Apprentice, Restoration, Novice. You want Restoration Apprentice as soon as possible, but we need 25, so we can't get it there. So we kind of can spend it on whatever we want now. So auxiliary, other auxiliary skills that we could spend on. We could spend it on archery, do a bit more damage with a bow. We could spend it on sneak and get better at sneaking. Maybe we could do that. Could spend it on speech, get a bit more money selling things. Could spend it on Could spend it on alchemy. Could spend it on a lot of things anyway. For the moment, we're just going to save them because there's not really anything we can spend it on that's give us immediate combat stats for the method that we're kind of currently fighting, which is basically running around summoning things and letting Feindal do all the work. So we kind of don't need to spend them. I guess in theory, illusion would be the best. But then we're about to go and fight undead, so it's kind of a bit wasted. Illusion's good against lots of human opponents, not so much undead, and we're mainly about to go and fight undead. I think we've raised pretty much everything in here. Anyway, that'll do. So yeah, just raise some more bodies and casually got conjuration to about 40, and then we'll end with you. See what's in the chest. So you're lockpicking on a computer. You use W and your mouse. We learned. Took us a while. Bit more stuff. Alright. Actually, you know what there is up ahead? There's a bandit outlaw, and we can actually fight the bandit outlaw. Now, typically, the bandit outlaw, it runs off and then goes and gets killed by a sort of scripted trap thing. But we can actually fight it. And then it will kind of show like what is combat like with the bandit outlaw. I'll see if I can actually get to it before this zombie expires. Because we're not going to use this zombie. Oh. There we go. Oh, shivers. Okay, he hurt us. Wow. Maybe I'm really loud. Anyway, that's a bandit outlaw. He can probably kill us in like 1 or 2 hits. So hopefully he turns around, which he does. Excellent. Let's summon one of these. And then let's get our bow out and have a bit of a plug away. So yeah, he's a bit tankier. So, Atronachs, they have this thing called Flame Cloak as a spell, so as they're standing near things, they do damage. So the best place to summon a Flame Atronach is right on top of an enemy. If you can summon it amongst multiple enemies, then it will kind of do a little bit of progressive damage to all of them and kill them all quicker. So for that reason, because you're kind of trying to reposition where your summon is to maximize cloak damage, and because Flame Atronachs are kind of fragile, it's actually... You kind of want to summon a lot of Flame Atronachs in combat to make the most use of them. You pretty much just like plonk them down in front of something and then it does cloak damage. Because cloak damage is 8 a second, which is, you know, nothing to be sneezed at. Snake, snake, whale. These good old picture puzzles, which involves finding the thing and copying it. And then that was the same with my Flame Atronach dying, I think. It just goes... Alright, now we made it through. Now, Ray Zombie works up to level 6 enemies, and I'm pretty sure Outlaws are level 6, which means that Ray Zombie works on Bandit Outlaws. If I can find out where the hell I killed the bandit, here we go. Yep, 3 Bandit Outlaws, sweet. Again, not really to kill things. It's more just to get experience from raising it. I guess the other method you can use to raise experience is summoning swords, and maybe we'll get into that in a sec. For the moment there's some things down here, so let's just see if I can like aggravate them by shooting flames down the chimney. There we go. Alright, so now all the skeevers are going to run up the stairs. There we go. Hi skeevers. Whee! There they are, running around in circles. There's the first one. Come on up, come. No, I'm just going to run back down, because why not? Oi! Okay, one down. Now, skeevers can hurt, so I probably shouldn't be as reckless as I am at the moment, because they can just like run up and mob you very quickly. Like this guy. He's probably going to mob me now. Yeah, there we go. And they can give you some quite nasty diseases too. That was a bit uncoordinated, but yeah, there we go. I got ataxia. Woohoo! Disease. I don't think ataxia does anything meaningful. What does ataxia do? Ataxia. Oh wow, I've got 2 diseases, so I'm bad with weapons, and I've got ataxia, so I am a sick, sick boy. Oh well. When we get back in town, we're gonna visit a shrine, and then it will all be okay. And you don't really use weapons that much anyway. It means you're gonna suck with the bow a bit more. So I guess what that means is that it is probably not worth investing into archery perks at the moment to maximize damage, because your archery damage kind of sucks. Alright, now this enemy in here, this spider, can kill you in one shot, FYI. So I'm just going to save. And then hopefully if I can run Feindal in here, and then summon my Atronach, and then hopefully not get hit with the poison like that. Okay, now it hits the fan. Alright. What we might do is... Drink some of these. Ah, doesn't insta-kill you. That's alright. I thought that would insta-kill you. I've forgotten. Anyway. Whee! Oh, whatever. We'll take pot shots at it. No doubt it'll come around and one-shot us and make a fool out of us. So there we go. Hi. Actually, what it might do is it might do some damage to Feindal, and then I can actually use healing hands on him. Oh, it's done a bit of damage to Feindal. So let's display what. No, you're gonna run out. Oh, no, I'm not gonna use it. That involves having to run in the line of fire of this spider, and I'd rather not do that. Yeah, there we go. All right, sweet, the end. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Spider dead. So yeah, Flame Atronach plus Feindal. Capable of killing most things in the early game. There's some things that it will struggle with, but we'll get to that when we get to it. At the moment, it's pretty standard. So here we have our first Dunmer opponent that we quote-unquote need to kill. So rather than dispense with the pleasantries, I'm just going to put him out of his misery straight away. Goodbye. That was fun. Alright. So next up... Are you actually stuck in web? As you do. Alright, level up, sure. Cool. Alright, what we might do now is see if we can gain some sneak skill. So, how do you get sneak skill in this game? The best way to gain sneak skill in this game, outside of doing contrived things like hitting invulnerable NPCs or like crouching in a crowded room or something like that, is basically to sneak attack enemies that are standing still. And Draugrs like standing still. So what we're going to do, we're going to do two things at the same time here actually. So what we might do is we'll branch out into sneak and then we'll branch out into illusion. So we've got one on sneak because we're going to have to eventually do that, and then we're going to branch out to illusion so that we can get a bit more muffle. Where's illusion from here? Oh, actually no, we can't because illusion is 16, so we can't get apprentice illusion yet. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to have to bite the bullet and cast a spell that costs way too much magicka. Alright. But it'll net us illusion in the process because, hey, power leveling skills, eh? Wrong button. We'll get faster at this in time. Alright, so if you want to do some like extra sneaking activities and you don't trust your follower to be sneaky enough, you can just get him to park here, and then we're gonna like walk up and we'll save. I won't save scum the hell out. I mean, you can save scum this if you want, but I won't do that because it's boring. And we'll see if we can sneak up on... Jesus. See if we can sneak up on something. PC controls, man. We're not used to them. So there's a sleeping Draugr there, there's a sleeping Draugr there, and there's one around the corner here from memory. So we're going to stab him a few times and then we're going to hightail it out of here. No, not there. Maybe that's the next room. Jesus. Amateur hour over here. Can't sneak properly. Ah, there we go. That's definitely an alive Draugr. So we're going to sneak attack this guy and then we're going to scurry up the hill and try and kill it without waking all the other ones up. Do-do-do-do. Ow. Oh, don't be a poo head. Stay there. Cool. the end. I should have soul trapped him actually, because I forgot we got all these petty soul gems, so maybe I'll do that to the next one. Alright. Next. Anyway, so you can use this to level up skill semi-organically in the early game by selectively trying to dual sneak attack sleeping enemies. It's a lot faster than trying to do it with a bow. So that's why we do it. Oh, there's the third one. I thought it was over there somewhere. And there you go, we got 2 points for doing that. Am I going to get hit? Oh, he's got a two-handed weapon, he could do some serious damage. I should soul trap him. Missed. Oi! Go for him. There we go. Don't kill him, I want to soul trap him. Jesus. There we go. Alright. And then there's one more around the corner. Alright. We will get a lot quicker at this in time. Okay, final Draugr in this little section that we can use to level sneak skill from. Hopefully he doesn't wake up. Hooray! Alright. We can raise some zombies. So let's go raise zombie 1. Then we'll soul trap you. I should just quick bar soul trap, shouldn't I? Or does it is quick bar? Jesus Christ! There you go. Have a soul trap. It goes to left-handed first. Alright. Anyway. Probably don't want ancient Nordic weapons weigh a lot and don't sell for much, so you kind of don't really want to pick them up unless you want to give them to Feindal to hit things. So I'll pick up a battle axe. That way Feindal can use it. Oh my god! Dead. You probably don't want iron shields either. Yeah, I'm about to be over encumbered. Alright, I'm going to have to do this thing where I like figure out what I want to keep, what I want to throw away soon. Sad. Maybe we'll get rid of shoes because they're crap. Iron armor. Yeah, whatever, that'll do for now.
We heading out? What do you want me to carry?
And then I'll give you an ancient. And you know what? Here I am worrying about all this stuff that I can't carry, and I can give most of it to Feindal because he's my pack mule. That's part of the reason for having a follower in the early game, right? You can just give him everything that you don't want to carry. Probably shouldn't have given him my steel arrows because then he'll just waste them. But meh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't sell for much. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so that's a bit of sneak skill. That's 3 enemies later. This trap will kill you in 1 hit, so hopefully one of these idiots doesn't trigger it for me and kill me. So I'm just going to do this and sprint through and hope that they don't kill me. Bye! Oh, he didn't die. There you go. That's a restless Draugr, and I kind of want to sneak attack skill that one as well. So I'm just going to wait for a while and he can turn to ash. Oh yeah, I left Feindal up the top, didn't I? Alright. We can deal with that. And I fracked up the sneak. So this is why you should have used muffle and should be a little bit more careful. But whatever. We're being a bit reckless now, so let's just kill it. Whoa, okay. Thanks, Feindal. Holy crap. Alright, we're getting slightly better at the quick bar stuff. Now again, Flame Atronach right on top. So he can deal with damage because he's he's going to deal more damage standing on top of him than you are dual casting flames at it, because that's the nature of legendary difficulty. Alright, cool. Alright.
We heading out? Let's get going.
Let's get going. Nah, I won't raise it, because I might want to perform more sneak shenanigans. Yeah, actually I will want to perform more sneak shenanigans, but what I'll do is I'll get you to wait here. And then we'll cast freaking muffle this time. Q is this one. There we go. And then we'll switch to... Let's just freaking quick bar daggers. Hey, even if they're not. Q, switch to daggers. Let's just stick with Q and using the mouse. There we go. We suck at numbers, but we can do the old console tricks. So we'll just play it like we're doing a console. Alright. I can't loot you, so I'm going to assume that you're alive, or dead, or whatever you call a Draugr. There we go, and now we're level 9. So, just to reiterate, we are currently level 9, and we've basically plundered a dungeon and a half. Conjuration and Sneak level up quite quickly early on. We want to soul trap you. We also don't want to die. I'm going to die, aren't I? Because I'm pinned against a wall. Let's try not to be pinned against a wall. I'm hoping Feindal manages to outdamage this thing before I run out of magicka. There we go, that worked. Cool. Meant to do that, obviously. That was all planned. So yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of pretty reckless about legendary difficulty because I've kind of done it a little bit now. I'm sort of a bit cognizant of damage ranges and stuff, and you can you can always just pause the game and heal yourself. That always helps. But where it becomes tricky is when you start dealing with enemies that just kill you in one shot, and then you can't do that. But we're not up to that stage of the game just yet, so we can be pretty reckless with how we conduct ourselves and still be okay. So that's 2 sneaky Draugr. Let's sneak up on this one. Just gonna waddle around the corner. Come on. Soul trap you. Kill you while I'm standing still. Ow. Come on, Feindal, we believe in you. Okay, let's get off Sneak actually and do some damage. Goodbye. Sweet, and then there's one more. Oh, and he has a petty soul gem, so I can soul trap another one. Woohoo! How many petty soul gems have I got actually? I have. Come on, mouse. Drum roll. I have 2 more free petty soul gems. Cool. Just in case Muff will run out. Can do that. We can sneak up on this little dude. Give him a bit of a stab. Alright, let's use stabbed. We're going to soul trap you, and then we're going to go and raise your buddies. That's one buddy. Oi! Excuse me. That wasn't very nice. You could take the Nord bow here, I guess, and use that. I mean, my damage with the bow at the moment is crap though, because I'm diseased, aren't I? That's, yeah, just my zombie friend. Hello, zombie friend. Master of the ash piles. Anyway, can't be bothered to search through those because it's not very significant. Let's keep going. Oh, I want Faendal to come with me. That would help.
We heading out? Let's get going.
Cool. Alright. So, this is a bit of a slow, methodical way through this ruin. Oh, we need to get through this bit, and this bit can hurt. Like that. But we can survive one hit. And get some more restoration. We're almost at Apprentice restoration. We're so close. Now there might be... Oh, there we go. There are some things to sneak attack here, so we're just going to do this, so you can turn to ash. Goodbye. And we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. And then I'm going to tell you to stay here. And we're getting fluid at this stuff, aren't we? Alright. So yeah, other enemies that this is good to use against are basically bandits at crafting stations. There's not as many of them as sleeping dogs though, so it's not as reliable. And then we go with level 10. That was hard. Oh, and I gained some one-handed. Cool. Alright, again, we don't really have any like in combat perks that we can. Okay, you have a two-handed weapon. This might be a bit hairy. I'm gonna change targets. Nope. I should soul trap you, shouldn't I? Hi. Cool cinematic. Dead. I think that means I'm out of soul gems now, isn't it? One more, okay. One more soul gem to go. Get our days back. Go sneaky like. Oh, there we go. Is there one over here? No. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you hit that thing, then everything goes on fire, because all of this is just like, you know, petrol. The medieval petrol section of the cave. Or oil, I guess. Right, so I'll give you a bit of a stab. And then we go for a bit of a wander again. Missed. Kill. Soul trap. Burn alive. Great. And now I think we are finally out of soul gems. Good. Alright. So we can cut those shenanigans out. Oh, and we woke the other one up. Sad. Alright, well we can... Ow! This is at least giving us, you know, restoration practice. Okay, alright. We woke all of them up. Well, there goes me trying to sneak our way through this bit. Yeah, it's a bit dangerous here because I've kind of put myself on the wrong side of the fight and I don't have any magicka, so in theory if these guys were smart enough to turn around and hit me like this guy just did, then I'd kind of be in a bit of trouble. So we're going to instead run behind Faendal. It's a bit more of a choke point, and yeah. Oh yeah, you can just do that too if you want. Just raise another zombie, because why not? Let's all kill him together. Goodbye. So yeah, if you decide to play on Legendary, I would just recommend you not to be as reckless as what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of limit testing in a way, seeing like how much I can get away with standing in front of enemies that can kill you in about 3 hits. I'd be a lot more careful normally, but yeah. kind of just showing the limits of what the character can do, because we did again specifically opt to get novice restoration at the beginning of the game for good reason, because it means that you can quite literally stand in front of a Draugr and tank them hitting you for a solid 20 seconds before it becomes a problem, and you couldn't do that if you didn't get novice restoration at the beginning of the game. So yeah, this room has lots of things in it, doesn't it? Let's actually, so this is, you can just, if you're worried about like aggro, you can just summon a summon in the middle of the room, and then automatically they go for the summon. You don't have to worry about that at all. Just burn you a bit. Take some stuff. Takes, oh, another soul gem. Good, I can go and soul trap the next Draugr, who is just around the corner. So let's raise, no, let's raise you, then grab our bow out. And we come to the glowing mushroom part of the cave. Glowing mushrooms are a nice alchemy ingredient for a couple of things, and they're pretty common in things like Falmer caves. And also in this cave at the moment, so they're worth picking if you can see them, and they're fairly common, and they can be used for, again, the fortify smithing is the main ingredient that it gives, but from memory it can be used for a couple of other things, like maybe resist shock, if memory serves me correctly. So yeah, just all around a nice ingredient to peruse. There's one down here that I'm gonna try and shoot in the butt, and hopefully get, or in the butt. There we go. In the butt, and then we got some conjuration experience. And then we're going to set you on fire, because that's what we do. Isn't this a nice bitch slap fight? Oh, he died. Cinematic! Dead. Hooray. Kill. So, yeah. And also, yeah, like, running up and setting things on fire is something you can't really comfortably do unless you've got novice destruction. And I just realised I left Faendal way back here, which is why he hasn't been helping me. So I'm just going to run all the way back here like an idiot and then go and say, hi, can you just follow me again? That's kind of the one downside to leaving summons behind to go and sneak things, is if you forget about them, you don't have a summon. How on earth? Bearings lost. I came from this way. Alright. Jesus, we left him way back. Yeah, hi. Come with me. Thank you.
Let's get going.
Man. So yeah, again, PSA, this is not a well-rehearsed Let's Play. I do not play this game very much. I just picked up this game on PC, and I'm playing it on an old PC just to kind of demonstrate what this build could look like for a Let's Play, and I am in no way as experienced as probably just about every other person on YouTube who's deciding to make a Let's Play of this game. But we're doing it on Legendary difficulty, and so far, we're going okay. We haven't died. We've almost died a few times due to silly errors. But yeah, so far it's okay. And we've almost caught up to where we were, and yep, here we are. Alright, cool. Don't think there's anything interesting. Oh, I forgot to soul trap you. Sad. I'll do that to the next one. Can run down here, pick some stuff up from this chest. Yeah. Also, lockpicking in this game is kind of just like systematic trial and error, so you kind of just have to maneuver your mouse around in different spots until it picks up, and then you just have to use visual memory to remember where your pick was when it broke, and then work it out from there. It'll be a little more self-explanatory when we get to something like an expert or a master lock, so hopefully we encounter one of those relatively soon. Let's pick some more mushies. And yeah. Oh, this is the room with the restless one in. Okay, let's get our summon out, because we might want to try for this guy. I don't think I'm going to a petty soul gem, so it's probably not worth soul trapping him. But he's going to make a beeline for me, is he? Nah. Kill. Oh yeah, another nice thing about flame Atronachs is they're immune to flames, so if you use flames on targets, then they will die. I mean, then your flame Atronach won't die, and they will. Which is nice. Alright. So that's that bit. Okay. We are through to the final sector. Alright, so there's like a cool little axe trap thing that we got to get through, and then after that, let's see if we can actually get through it this time without getting hit. Hey! Alright, there's stuff in here, so let's kill the stuff. Oh, and soul trap the stuff. There's a couple of archers, so I probably should not be as reckless as I'm being now, because they can pick you off quite quickly, so I'm just going to hide in here. Oh, a little flame buddy. Oi, get out of the way then, mate. Alright.
I'll see you in pieces.
And then there's one more up there. Let's use the Draugr to kill the Draugr. That sounds like a fun idea. Go punch the guy. Just raise some bodies. What are my friends doing? There we go. There's one of them. Oh, he's picking a sword up. Where'd Faendal end up in the middle of all this? Oh, there he is. Hey, Faendal. Just get stuck. Finish off the opponent like I did all the work. Pick up his things. Alright, and then we get to the claw. Alright, so, how do you navigate claw puzzles? One of the most common puzzles in Skyrim. Well, you get the claw and then you examine it in your inventory, and you do that by doing something that I can't remember. There you go, you can rotate it. So rotating it, we can see we have a bear, a moth, and then an owl going from top to bottom. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rotate that, and then we're going to rotate that, and then we're going to rotate that. Do that again. And then the door opens. Hooray! Alright, it's go time. So, first boss enemy of the game that you'll probably fight, if you choose to play it the way that the guide suggests. Yeah. What's in the chest? Let's check here first. What have we got? Arrows and gold. That's boring. Let's get a word. Summon this guy preemptively. Hi. Just gonna like pinch the soul gem from under your nose. Please don't hit me. Thanks. Alright, I don't think you have enough magicka to do significant amount to get him down to no health, but hey, I guess we want to kill him as quickly as possible. I actually got conjuration experience from a summoned Atronach. That's a first. Summoned Atronachs generate no experience at all. It's insane how little experience they generate compared to something like Ray Zombie. Anyway, I wonder if I can soul trap him. Probably don't have enough. Eh? Hey! That was nice. And he always has a cold weapon on him. pretty much, at least if you do it at this level he does. And he's a lesser soul. There you go, today I learned, because he didn't fit in the common soul. Cool. Alright, so yeah, Flame Atronax and Feindal make boss fights and fights in the early game pretty easy. I kind of didn't do much there. I just sort of stood still and set him on fire and then sort of, you know, mulled around, wondering whether or not I should soul trap it, and then soul trapped it with about 0.5 seconds to spare. And that was the boss. So pretty cruisy character, this one. Don't have to do too much. Just have to get your friends to do their friend things and run around and cast some spells and shoot some stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, we've got more soul gems, we've got more magicka, and then we're going to come out here. So, we've now exited Bleak Falls Barrow, but before we head back to town, there is one more location that I would like to visit. Now, Feindal always spawns down here for some reason. He just like makes his way down the mountain because it's cool. And we're going to try and go to this cave, which is actually a pass that goes through the mountain. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go through, we're going to go round here and then across, maybe it's even up here. I can't remember. No, it's not that way, it's around the mountain. Alright, so we're going to go down. And then we're going to go round. And then we'll reach a place called, drumroll, once it finally loads, Brittleshin Pass, and then we'll wait for Feindal to say his Captain Obvious statement. Might have to wait an hour actually. Captain Obvious statement in 3, 2, 1.
There's a cave here. Think we should check it out?
Really? Alright, we have entered Brittleshin Pass. Now, mountain passes usually go through mountains. There are some mountains that this is a pass through. Now, before we go any further, okay, I'm actually kind of scared. So normally there's a rune on the floor here, and you have to blow it up with a fire spell, but I can't see it, which has me wondering. There it is. Okay, so rune traps don't load properly. That's not encouraging. There's normally a shock rune here that you can use flames to detonate. But that's really annoying if you can't see runes on this particular graphic setting. That I'll probably end up just invariably axing myself on random runes at some stage during my playthrough. Anyway, we'll make do. So yeah. Normally you can take these guys out in 2 hours by this point in the game, but I have rock joints, so I can't. Well, alright, and we've hit Apprentice Restoration, so let's go and take that straight away before I forget. So, Apprentice Restoration is over here. Cool. So now I can cast Apprentice spells and half magicka, which means I should go and get fast healing when I get back to town, which heals you a lot faster in combat than casting healing in both hands does. So healing in both hands heals you, I think it's 10 points a second, so if you do that, that's 20 points a second. So if I'm stuck, 1, 2, 3, it takes me about 4 seconds to heal back to health. If I have 2 fast healings there, that's just like 100 hit points of health in under a second. So it's a lot more safe to use that in combat than it is to use healing, which is again why we rush Apprentice Restoration. And it also means that I can heal Feindal if he gets quite injured at some point. We'll take on a little bit more savage an enemy with Feindal and a Flame Atronax, and you'll see how useful Healing Hands is. But for the moment, here we go, here's the best chest lock ever. So there's like a random mace here, and all you need to do is just do that while moving backwards, and you're completely safe from it swinging, you know, an entirety of 2 feet and hitting the front of the chest. Good trap. Anyway, so now we get to the meat of the things. The meat of things, rather. So around the corner here, you got a necromancer. And probably because we're level 10, they'll be an adept, and that means that they'll take quite a bit of pounding to bring down. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon an Atronach right in the middle of things, and we're probably going to save our Magicka to summon more Atronachs. There we go. So all that skeleton damage is literally from just parking the Atronach right next to the skeleton. Cloak spells are cool. Alright. Now, this thing has Ice Spike, and I would not be surprised if they also have Augmented Frost perks, so they can probably kill us in one spike. Hopefully not. We'll find out, I guess, if it comes to it. But they'll certainly get rid of my Flame Atronach in a hurry, who's thankfully been nice enough to move over to the corner out of the line of fire of us, so that we can't get hit by collateral Ice Spike shots, but sooner or later that Flame Atronach is going to cark it, and then we're going to have to summon another one. Doing pretty well, actually. Whoa, okay, there we go, and now it just ran out. Oh, there we go. I can tank it. I can tank an Ice Spike. There you go. I'm a Nord! I'm a Nord. I can tank frost damage. Alright, well I can be kind of more reckless then, can't I? This is my first time ever playing a Nord in Skyrim, and I forgot that I'm resistant to frost. This is amazing. I can tank your shots. Whee! Yeah, normally I'm not as reckless as this, but I'm just like flaunting my Nordness. Whee! Wait! So yeah, Restoration is super undervalued in this game. You can just tank stuff and heal back up on Legendary difficulty if you've got Apprentice and Novice perks, and he's almost dead, so now, oh, he's going to run off like a poo head, and he's... God damn it. Alright, well this fight's more interesting than I'm used to it being. I'm guessing my Flame Atronach's gone, so what we might... How's Feindal doing, actually? Oh, he's full health, that's boring. Alright, let's summon another Flame Atronach. And he's a frickin' Dunmer, isn't he? So my Flame Atronach's flame firebolts are doing no damage. That's kind of sad. Alright, so what that means is that he will crouch soon. So what we're going to do, so that he doesn't turn around and heal himself again, is we're going to try and kick him while he's down. Yeah! Alright. And then there's a couple of skeletons down here which I guess we're going to get rid of because why not? So we're just going to summon a Flame Atronach. Oh, well. Summoning distance without the summoner perk is really bad. Where's that dead necromancer gone? Do-do-do. Oh, there's normally an ice spike trap here, but it normally shoots itself and disarms itself as well, which is kind of funny. You have a two-handed weapon, so I'm not going to give you any breathing space. Where's our little necromancer friend gone? In theory, he should be on that side. Alright, let's retrace the physics. So, it was here. So, if he died here, he should have catapulted somewhere over this area, yeah? Ow. There he is. Right. Alright, Necromancer robes. Beauty. That was what we were... That's what we were after. Okay. Let's go to inventory. Oh, but we have them. Okay, we found them somewhere and we weren't even paying attention, so let's put them on instead. Okay. So necromancer, basically for robe choice in the early game, you want, for robe choice in the early game, you want whatever has the highest magicka regeneration. So if you to have a look at what you had, if I found, say, like novice robes of restoration that had a bit of restoration reduced and magicka and regeneration 50% versus necromancer that has regeneration 75, then you'd opt for the necromancer because you are casting spells from quite a few different spell schools. It's not just one. Now, what weapon have we got here? Sapping. What does sapping mean? That's bloody. Damn it, that's magicka damage. So normally you can get that. So that's a sort of random enchanted weapon, and sometimes you can luck out here and get one of the three major enchantments that are great for early game enchantments. So just to reiterate, those three major ones are. Oh, there we go. So minor destruction. The three major enchantments that are good for enchanting weapons earlier on are damage, stamina, turn undead, and absorb health. Sadly, we didn't get any of those here, but not to worry, it's not the end of the world. They're available in loot from level 1, so yeah, again, if you get lucky, you can find one in a chest. I found an absorb health dagger there at level 7 before, which is amazing, but we'll make do with what we have. We definitely won't get rid of the haggling robes or the apprentice restoration robes just yet. We'll keep the novice hood because we're wearing that, and we'll get rid of the minor destruction as well. Okay. And we can actually, so we can enchant some weapons here with whatever enchantments we have now. I'm pretty sure. Let's just see which enchantments deal the best. So that's 470. And that's 422. So magicka damage does the most. Now, if you had absorb health, turn undead, or damage stamina, this would probably be about 700. So it is a substantial difference. So what we might actually do is we won't enchant anything, and we're just going to get out and see if we can save our soul gems for in the event that we find a damage, stamina, turn undead, or absorb health weapon. Because you don't need the money from enchanted weapons just yet. It's nice to have, but you only really need the money once you start spending it on stuff. So there's quite a few things in the guide that it recommends that you should spend money on. The first is early game spells, which is what we've done. We've basically got enough early game spells now to get us, through, minus a few, which we're going to obviously be able to buy once we get back to town. Then the next thing is speech training. So getting merchant to 50 as soon as possible is really useful because then you can sell whatever items you want to any merchant. We've hit level 11 as well, I just realised. So let's go ahead and do that now. So this is going to be the last magicka point that we take. So now all future attribute points are basically going to go into health, except for a few into stamina once basically crafting skills are maxed, just for quality of life reasons again, because you might want to start using physical weapons, and having a little bit of stamina there for using physical weapons is nice to have. Anyway, so the time is 9:14, so the shops are going to be open. So the first thing we're going to do is we're now going to fast travel. So we just went through the mountain on the wrong side, and we're actually going to fast travel back to Riverwood, give him his claw back, and then head to Whiterun, and then probably call it a video. Whoop. And because we've hit level 10, we're going to get a couple of couriers and some people telling us some stuff.
Let's see here. A letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Alright, see you, man.
You there. The Dawn Guard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing vampire menace. What do you say? Yeah? You change your mind? The Dawn Guard could use somebody like you.
Alright, go away. Thanks. Alright.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
What we might do, actually, we've got all these perks that we're not going to spend stuff on. We can think about what we're going to spend them on next. You don't need to spend anything else on destruction in the early game. You might want to spend you might want to spend a perk on Mystic Binding once you've got the bound bow, but we don't have the bound bow yet. So what we might do, first off, we've got all these alchemy concoctions back in town that we can use, so we'll spend one there. And then the next thing we'll probably want to do is, we're selling stuff, so we might as well do this for now. So again, all these perks I'm selecting are in the optional early game perk list, so that includes this one speech perk, this one alchemist perk, and these illusion perks. So what I'm going to do as well, we can't even spend anything on that yet, but what we can do is we can get dual cast illusion. So maybe what I'll try and do is I'll try and use some dual cast illusion tricks fairly soon, maybe when we go to the fort to try and get the bound bow tome. So yeah, that's all the perks spent. Let's go and sell some stuff.
You looking for a new blade? The finest weapons and armor.
Now, does this guy have any of the enchanted weapons that are useful? No, he doesn't. Alright, we might just sell you some... Oop.
Blades,
Sell him some
helmets,
weapons and then we'll be
pretty
done.
much anything to suit your needs.
Now we're just in the boring part of the game where you're just doing the admin, really. Just selling things, going back to town, that sort of thing. This is pretty much just going to be the rest of the video, is just admin, me selling things at merchants and then calling it a day at Whiterun. So if you want to stop watching now, I don't really mind. I'm just doing boring things that you do when you come back to town from adventuring. You're just selling your stuff. If I was more savvy at editing, I'd just edit this bit out. But I more just want to show you what a typical playthrough looks like than try and edit it to look fancy at this stage.
I've got your back.
Oh, I can give him his claw back too,
What do you want me to carry?
and take all that stuff. Ah, thanks, dude.
Get going then.
The sooner you found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Doo-doo-doo. Alright, sweet. Bit of monies. Don't take his stuff.
Some may call this junk. Me,
Alright,
call
what
them
can I
treasure.
sell? I've sold my weapons, I've sold my apparel. I can sell this and the novice robes. Keep the necklaces and the rings because you'll enchant them later. Oh yeah, we've got all these things that we want to sell. Keep 2 iron daggers for sneaking purposes. Stuff for familiar is eh. Keep a hunting bow because why not? Keep that. You might want that. Get rid of all the frostbite. All these paralysis poison can come in handy, so I'll keep that.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Don't know why it closed then. Anyway, that'll do.
Till next
Cool.
time.
And we got more speech. Sweet. Alright, let's go back to Rootwood. I mean, back to our good old boring admin stuff.
Got some good. I don't claim to be the best.
Oh, and you can do a forge tutorial from this lady as well as from Alvor, so I guess show you what the forge tutorial involves. Forge tutorial is basically just crafting basic items, so it tells you how to do stuff. The first thing you need to do is make an iron dagger, so just make an iron dagger, and then you got to sharpen it up. Oh yeah, you got to... I wonder if I can sharpen it and then show her the other iron dagger. Let's see if that works. Because I've got another iron dagger in my inventory, that might be enough. So if I talk to you, and I say here's an iron dagger... Ah, damn. Oh, guess you can't. Nah, because you got to temper it. You can't just temper it pre-quest. Oh well. At least now I have 2 fine iron daggers.
I'm waiting. Out with it. This is alone. This just say I.
Nah, because you got to temper it. You can't just temper it pre-quest. Oh well. At least now I have 2 fine iron daggers.
'Cause he's alone. Huh. Let's just say I.
Nah, because you got to temper it. You can't just temper it pre-quest. Oh well.
This looks good. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
So yeah, if you've got any animal pelts that you find, you can tan them into leather. So I've actually got a couple, it looks like. It looks like we've got a wolf that I haven't bothered to sell, and then we've also got some deer that I haven't bothered to sell. Or rather, the deer that we got given.
Out with it.
And then they tell you to make a helmet, so let's go make the helmet.
Got some. Yes?
And then you can improve the helmet, and then that's it. So yeah, basically it just shows you how to make weapons and armor and improve them. Simple and effective tutorial on how to do smithing.
Need something? You have. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
Cool. Thanks, lady. Alright, so that's that. What we might do is we might leave it here, because I want to craft some potions, and that'll take some time, and that'll take some explaining, and then we've also got to go and deliver quests and a few other things. So we might call it a video here. Alright, thank you very much, guys, and I hope you have a good day. I might say first, actually. Alright, thank you very much, guys, and I hope you have a good day.